And there we are. Hey, everybody. Prepper Nurse One here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Friday evening. Very exciting. Well, I'll tell you what, you make your plans for the day. And your plans don't always go as you hope that they would. So we're going to get in. I'm going to tell you what happened with my day here in a minute. So this is the new laptop. I don't know how the picture quality is, so we're going to have to see how that goes. I think that with my old laptop, I think that my battery is shot. And so I'm going to try to get a new battery so that I can. That it's a better computer. This is a cheapie. Got to admit. Hello, girl. Yes, hi. But anyway, before we jump into anything, I just want to remind everybody this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. I would ask you all to please be decent in the chat. Volume's low. All right, let me check the volume. Hold on. Let's see what I can do. All right, we'll try that. Is that better? Does the volume sound better? But anyway, family-friendly oriented channel. I want to make sure that we have a good chat. Better? Okay, cool. I had it turned down lower because I was watching videos earlier, and I like actually my hearing. It's weird. I don't know why. All right. I got to do this video. Okay. All right. Good girl. Oh, thank you for burping on me. I appreciate that. Okay. Off you go. Go on now. No, do not come back up. No. So anyway, yeah, let's just be decent in the chat. If you can't do that, well, then those awesome people lit up in blue with the wrenches will boot you out of here because we are going to have a good chat no matter what. We're not putting up with stupid stuff. Hella, no, down. No, I don't want you on top of me. No. She's mad because I've been gone. And now she wants all of my attention. Stop. All right. So anyway, you're that it sounds like you inhaled helium. Oh my God, that's funny. Anyhow, let's go on to this. So plans where I got my video made, got set up for the live stream. So Steve had asked earlier in the week, hey, are we going to get laundry done? And I'm like, yeah, it's been like 3 weeks. We got to do laundry. We're going to do it today. We do laundry today. No worries. Okay, so we leave. We load up all our stuff, get hella locked up. We start to head out, going down the road. And if you guys know where the spring box is on the road, if you've seen that in the videos, we got past the spring box, turned the corner, and I went, oh, crap. I go, that's not good. And then Steve looks up and goes, oh, yeah, that's not good at all. And I said, no, that's not good at all. So we both got to do a first today. First time ever having to do this, ever in my life. We had a tree come down across the road out of the woods. Actually, it was 3 trees knocked into each other, knocked the tree down. One tree pretty much was across the road. And so it was, those are some pretty big trees. Yeah, they were good sized trees. So I told him, I go, we're not going to be pulling these out of the way. That's not going to work. So if you want to see the pictures of that, folks, I did post them on my Instagram. If you go to Prepper Nurse One on Instagram and check that out, you'll see there what we were facing. And so I had to come back. So the rest of this is just as fun. So now you can't turn around. There's no place to turn around. You're on a single lane road. So the only thing we could do was back up. So I start backing up. Now, I just to give you a kind of an idea, muddy, rainy, crappy. The tree fell down in the worst part of the road, which is just a mud show over there. So I start backing up, and I'm having a hard time seeing. And both of my tires on the left side of the truck go off the road. So now I'm sitting in the truck like this, and I'm like, oh, I go to Steve, I go, this isn't good. And he goes, yeah. He goes, now it's your side for once, not mine. So I dropped it into drive, and thank goodness for four-wheel drive. Just I hit it and pulled right up out of there, and it caught really, really well, and I was able to get out. So then I was hugging the embankment, backing up after that, and I finally got to a point down by that one creek where I could turn around, went and got the chainsaw, came back. I did do a video. I will be posting that video tomorrow. You'll see that video tomorrow, so you can check that out then. And but yeah, it was a lot of work. I think Steve ended up video. So you're gonna love it in the video. You're gonna love it in the video. So I'm chainsawing away, right? Chainsawing away, hitting everything. All of a sudden, I get hit in the head with a stick, and I look up, and it's Steve, and he goes, I got about 12 minutes of video. Do you want me to keep going or do you want me to stop? And I go, okay, go ahead and stop. So he turns the video off. There's no ending. I don't do my ending because I'm busy, obviously. And then so after he turns the camera off, he goes, man, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the head. He said, I was trying to just get your attention and it ended up hitting you in the head. I said, no worries. So we ended up getting that cleaned out enough that we can get around. And I have a little more cleanup to do, but we had to get out. We had to go do laundry. So we ended up getting out, did laundry, got back here. I didn't get back here. Oh God, at least a 6:30, something like that. 6:45. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, I've never had to deal with that in my life, and I figured, being down here, that at some point, most likely, I would have to deal with that. But yeah, it was just so now we both have had that experience. I'm really, really glad Steve was home to help me out. It was actually his day off. He came in last night from work and he said he didn't. It wasn't down when he came home from work last night. So it had to have happened, somewhere between midnight and this morning. But the another update: the well diggers didn't come back today, so I don't know if they'll probably be back on Monday. I'm guessing to start digging some more, and I don't know how deep they are at this point. I know they're past. I think the last I checked with him, they were like 230, I think, and so we're going to have to see, what happens moving forward with that. So, but yeah, it's just it's one of those things. But yeah, that was it was a good sized tree that was across the road. It was a real good, and there's another tree. The way part of it is still up, near the embankment, but there is branches that are jammed into the ground, so it's not like I'm not worried about it sliding off into the road. But yeah, so Jen says, "Wow, Ed, sorry, too bad the well is so deep." Well, I mean that is part of what we got to do. We knew there was a real possibility when my neighbor across the way told me that his well is, 300 feet or 350. I'm sorry. So, but no, the well in New York. No, my well in New York is 140 feet deep. The well in New York's 140 feet because we had to change the pump out of that when we did that. But hopefully we hit water more so than we've been getting. 20 gallons an hour is not nearly enough water. And so I know with what they had hit water at like 140, 150, but it was like what I'm getting now. And that's where he was at. He was about 140, 150 when he hit what he's going through now, that gray shalish stuff, or limestone, I think is what he called it. And, but I know how expensive well digging gets after a certain depth. Yeah, it's you know, it is what it is. We got to have a well. We got to have water out here, and so if it ends up being 300 plus feet, then it's going to be 300 plus feet. Um, it's like I said, it's not a cheap thing. We're just going to do what we got to do, and we'll get it done, and we'll go from there. That's No other option. No other. It's not like you're going to have them dig down 300 feet and you already got like 10 grand put out the door, and you go, no, no, since you're not hitting any water, stop. You're going to have them go until they hit water. So, but it is one of those things, and but we live at 3,500 feet, and our well is 360 feet. Real freedom said that. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. I mean, I was hopeful. Of course, I'm always going to be hopeful, and hopefully it was going to be not that deep, but I knew realistically that most likely we were looking at better than 300 feet to hit water. So, and it's consistent water. Consistent water. So, we'll see what we hit, where we hit it at, and how deep it's going to be, and hopefully it'll be a good well. Yeah, exactly. I knew it was. The chances are that because of our elevation, we're over 3,000 feet. I knew that we were gonna probably be deep, because you got to figure the spring. Well, the springs are on both sides over here, a little farther down the hill, and we got the creeks run on both sides of the property down. Way down, about 400 feet down is where the creeks run. So we'll. Like I said, it's going to be what it's going to be, and there's not much we can do about that. What do we got? 394 in the chat, guys. We got 129 thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. Very much appreciate that, and thank you ahead of time. Also, if you are, and also, like, it really helps with the algorithms. So the more, thumbs up, interaction, comments, all that good stuff. Like, comment, and share, right? Exactly. It's better for the channel, so I thank you for those reasons. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well, and thank you ahead of time. If you are not getting notifications, I would suggest unsubscribing and resubscribing, or rechecking your bell icon. They may have changed it. That happens. That's part of the games that are going on. People get unsubscribed if all of a sudden you realize, hey, I'm not getting any notifications. I post every day, unless there's an issue. So other than that, I'm on here, very consistently. Anybody that's watched this channel knows that, that's the case. So, but so anyway, yeah. So it's been we've been busy. We've been busy. So we ended up doing a lot more today than we had anticipated, and but that's okay. That happens. But we did get the laundry done, so that was the main thing. I will tell you how long it has been. So I'll go 3 weeks, normally, not doing laundry. So like we did laundry just before the last get together. All right. And so when I did laundry today, I generally change my shirt every day. So very rarely, like if I have done nothing all day, then maybe, hey, thank you for becoming a hardcore prepper. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Just so you know, the number one perk of being a hardcore prepper is that on Mondays, I do a live stream just for hardcore preppers. So make sure you join us for that. It's very private. It is just for hardcore members only, and we have a really good time. I've had quite a few people that have been in there since the beginning of me starting to do that private stream for and it's very, very personal. You get a lot of information that I don't share on the main channel, and so that's one of the perks of being part of that. So thank you for joining that. I appreciate that. But anyway. What was I going to say? I was talking about something here. I got to remember what I was talking about now. But yeah, so today like I said, ended up being a lot busier than I had anticipated. I was actually looking forward to. I mean, the weather's crap, raining, foggy, just high winds. One of those kind of days. And laundry. I was doing laundry. Okay, so I was going to tell you. So I did my laundry. And oh, I will talk about that real freedom in just a moment as well. I will bring that up. We'll talk about that in just a second. So I counted my T-shirts. I had 21 T-shirts. 21. So I know it's been at least three weeks since I had done laundry. So yeah, because there's days. I mean, I had a couple days where I never got dressed, so I just had like long john underwear on, and that's it. So it's probably been more than 3 weeks, but those things happen. All right, so somebody's asking about Prepper Get Together 2023. So here's some interesting information for you. I got a call from Greg. If you guys remember, 2 years ago, we did the get together at Greg's place. Okay. And, oh, you know what? I don't have the information for. Oh, yes, I do. Actually, hold on a second. Let me just double check here. I got to look. Becky had messaged me, and so I'm just going to get the updated. I have a number from earlier in the day, but I need the update for the egg count. So anyway, going back to it. So Greg calls me up. He said, Ed, he goes, oh, the T-shirt. I'll show you the T-shirt, guys. All right. I got this T-shirt 2 years ago, State Fair. After we bought the property, the State Fair down here in West Virginia was going on, and I ended up buying this T-shirt at that State Fair. All right, so okay, all right, I got it. Let me just give her a thank you. And I did not kill the volume, so now I did. All right, so talk to Greg, and we did the get together at Greg's place 2 years ago. And so, if anybody remembers that, anybody that was there, quite a few people got stuck coming in there. Well, he has some culverts that he picked up, so he has another way of people being able to get in to that property. So he said to me, he goes, Ed, what do you think about end of May, early June for doing another prepper get together? He says, I plan on having my family come up too. He's got relatives that play in a band. He wants to make a stage and do that. So I said, man, that would be awesome. So this year's prepper get together, most likely, and as soon as I have the firm dates, I will let you guys know. It is going to be in New York this year. So we're going to be at on Greg's property once again. And so, as we get everything squared away and we know exactly the logistics, um, we're going to go from there, and we're going to have the prepper get together, up in New York at Greg's place again. So anybody that wants to, stay there, they can. They can camp out. Yeah, I was going to do West Virginia this year, but when Greg called me up and said that, and that gives me another excuse to head up to New York at that time. And plus, I'll bring another load of stuff back down with me when I come. So, but probably, well, most likely next year, the get together will be down here in West Virginia. So this just works out perfect. That way, I don't have to rent a pavilion and any of that kind of stuff. And we will, like I said, I'll get all the details and the logistics, and I will let everybody know exactly, when we already know where. But it'll be a fun weekend. We had a fun weekend the last time. Hey, Hunter guy, watched the road and had to do some research. Did you know the Soviet Union had posters in Ukraine telling people stop eating their children during the 1920 collapse? Selling butchered human parts was common in the streets. Wow. Does that surprise me? No, it doesn't. Thank you very much for that information. And thank you so much for the donation as well. Those type of things Like I said again, and I talked about this before. People have not suffered. We have not suffered. Anybody under 60, realistically, has not had to sacrifice. They wouldn't know what, even older than that, realistically, because we didn't grow up in an era where we suffered. We just haven't. And so anybody that is younger than, even let's even go 70 and under, you know, at the end of World War II, the country was booming. There was all kinds of money. People, didn't have to struggle. There was plenty to eat and all those type of things. And so, we really haven't been in a situation where we've had to go through any kind of adversity. And, and that's what, like, actually the topic, which we haven't even talked about a topic, right? Talked about the topic. That's why I'm like, be ready to take care of your families, because I'm telling you right now, folks, that the government is not going to be there to help. Uh, Neighbor Bob, hey Ed, how long will your camper last, and where would you live without the camper? I no idea, Neighbor Bob, how long the camper will last. If it's taken care of, I put a coating on this spring on the roof for making sure it's sealed up well, which I do plan on doing. Uh, should last a good long time. There's been no leaks. I've had no issues. I eventually plan on putting an awning over the top of it. And as far as where would I live without the camper, that's why I have the camper down here. So I have some place to live until I can start actually building a home. And that's something that I absolutely want to do. That's something that I want to do. So, but yeah, but anyway, going back to starvation, um, you know, yeah, live in the bunker. It'll be done soon. Yeah, that would be an option. So by the time the camper dies, there will be more cabins up. Absolutely, and the camper's going to be here for a good long time, and I'll definitely have something built by then. That's the game plan, you know. But I moved out of a mobile home in 2015 that was built in 1969. Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I grew up on a farm back in the early 70s, and we lived in a single wide trailer, and that trailer was still there. Oh my God! Because I used to go back periodically as an adult, back to the farm to check it out, because we had left there in '74, because my mom divorced her then husband, and I was going back there for 30 years, and that single wide trailer was still there. The last time I went out there, you know, the last time I went out there, it was gone. But yeah, it didn't surprise me. I mean, my God, it's 50 years ago. So I mean, they're not going to last forever. It's a well built camper. Love this camper. It's been really really convenient. I'm not going to lie about that. But you know, yeah, I got the camper skirted. The windows are insulated. For the winter, and I'm definitely going to take that off when the spring comes. I was thinking about, am I going to leave it up? Am I going to take it down? Definitely going to take it down in the summer, so I can get the cross breeze in here when we have, when it's warmer. I'm going to keep the camper skirted. I'm not going to take that off. I'm going to leave that on there. Oh, and all those people that said, "Oh, that's not going to work. One good windstorm and that'll blow all apart. That's not going to work." It's so weird how it works. It's amazing. But guess what? It's perfectly fine. Nothing has moved. It's just, I planned it out. I thought it out when I did it, and it's worked perfectly. So, God, I hate when that happens, when a plan comes together and people that want to say negative stuff and it doesn't work out. So sad. Knock on wood. No, it's good, JJ. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. So, but yeah, it's just, listen, you know, you are always going to have people that have their opinions. They're going to say stuff. They probably are sitting on the couch doing nothing, not experiencing anything, not knowing what to do and how to do it, but they got plenty of advice on how to tell you how to do things. I don't mind constructive criticism. I don't. Not at all. Never will. I've had people give me advice that I absolutely have followed. I have people give me advice that I absolutely have not followed. So, um, but that's just, that's all part of it. So, but it's just, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of my business, and that's the bottom line. And if I screw up, guess what? I've always been the first one to come to you guys and say, "Hey, I screwed up." But you know what? I screwed it up my way. So, but I've been given a lot of great, like one of the things I can think back on when we had, the 14 by 40 lofted barn in New York, which we turned into our home. Okay. And I had put pallets right up against that building. And I had, remember the circle of wood, if you guys can remember, and I stacked the smaller round wood in a big circle, and then the kindling all went in the center. And I was showing that and doing that, and people were like, "Oh my God, you should not have that so close to the house because of termites. Termites can get into that wood, and if it's old dried wood, you're going to have issues, and they're going to get into the house." And I thought about it, and I went, "Crap, they were right. They were 100% right." So I had to take all that wood off, move the pallets away from the house, and then redo it all again. But it was great advice. I had not thought of it. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Never claim to be perfect. I get ideas. I go with it. I do, and stuff like that. And so, you know, um, and like I said, if I screw up, it's on me. And I have no problem being the first one to say, "Yep, that was me. I messed up. My fault." I always will take responsibility for that. And so, and the person, when they did that and I changed it, I gave them all the credit in the world. And I don't think I can tell you who it was now, but at the time, if you know, Green Greg lost his greenhouse today to straight line wind. So sad. Oh wow, yeah. The winds down here are whipping today, and I know it's worse, down in Tennessee. I know they're really getting hit hard. They're really getting hit hard. So it's all, what are you going to do? But yeah, that's how you learn, right? Yeah, the only ones who never mess up is the ones that never do anything. You are 100% right, Okie Forge. 100% right. I'm going to tell you what. I had made a comment one time, and I'm going to tell you, and I had said, you know, you have to be open minded enough to realize that you're going to learn things. You're never too old to learn anything. Picking up new skills and all those type of things. I said nobody knows everything, and I had a guy come on and tell me, "I don't have to learn anything. I already know everything." And I thought to myself, how sad. How sad to be that narrow minded to think that you are 100% squared away in every aspect. You're never going to be. I don't care who you are. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care. You're never going to be squared away in every aspect of everything. So I think that it's really, again, I've talked about this a lot, a lot. Getting your hands dirty, getting in there, making mistakes, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and then doing it the right way, I think is hugely important, especially when right now it is not life or death. All right. If I screw up right now and mess something up, I can go, okay, no big deal. Do it over, do it a different way, and now everything is good. I can still go out and buy supplies. I can go out and fix the things that were screwed up. After SHTF, I better have my stuff squared away because if you screw up in life, at that point, it could be life or death. You mess up your garden, you plant the wrong crops with the wrong other crops, and they don't grow well together. If you, you know, go heavy, let's say you go heavy, I'm going to go heavy on corn, right? Because I got my chickens. I want to make sure I got plenty of corn for the chickens, and I'm going to store up all this corn. Well, some blight comes along and wipes out your corn crop. What was your backup plan? What was your other alternative? I learned that realistically when I overloaded with tomatoes one year. Good lesson to learn, great lesson to learn, and I've never done it again since. I said I'm going to go heavy on tomatoes, and I did a whole bunch of tomatoes, and basically my whole garden for the most part that particular year was tomatoes. And that year there was a blight that came in, and out of all those tomato plants that I have, I think I ended up getting four tomatoes that were edible that I could eat by the end of the season. Now, because it wasn't life and death, it was no big deal. Okay, no big deal. But I took that lesson and I went, okay, that was stupid of me. It was stupid of me to put all my eggs in one basket. You can never, 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 never do it like that. You have to be diverse with your garden. Having different plots is also good as well. If you can put, things in different areas and say, all right, I'm going to put these plants over here, they grow good together. Sister plants, right? The three sisters, beans, corn, and like a squash, because the squash will cover the ground. The beans are going to climb up the stalk of the corn stalk, and they grow very well together. You utilize the space, and you can do really really well with gardening. Those things will do really well together. So that's something you learn, right? You learn. That's how you get in there. You get your feet wet. You get your hands dirty. Do it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, folks, the time to figure stuff out, the time to learn how to do something is not after SHTF. Because you screw up after SHTF, it can cost you your life. Now, hopefully, you have prepared accordingly, that you have, that you have enough set up that you can take care of what you need to take care of. No, the books, Sharon, have not gone out yet. I have not sent the books out. Last week, I didn't even go out after Thursday. I was home for, and then I've had some things that I had to do, but I will get them out. I promise you, I absolutely will get them out. So it won't be as long as the last time, I promise. But I will get those other books out. And, but I just gotta, sit down, get that squared away, and then go from there. My mother still saved tinfoil all her life, even when did not need to. Well, you know what? And that's the whole thing. Um, with Once you've had an experience where you've had to suffer, where you've had to go through and deal with certain things, it gives you a different perspective of things. My mom, we were living with my grandparents after she had divorced, you know, um, my dad and stuff. And, my grandparents were old school. They were Great Depression people. They grew up. I got a picture of my grandmother when she was like 4 years old sitting on a horse. So, it was a whole different era back then. And they went through World War II in rationing and, in worrying and all the boys, being gone off the war and those type of things. So, it is, you know, like I said, we just, I really want to encourage all of you to look at your families, figure out, okay, how long could we go if we just were eating our supplies, just eating our supplies, right? And then look at that and go, okay, is that going to be enough? Because the key, what you want to have, the key that you want to have is you want to be able to get through that first winter. Okay, you want to be able to survive that first winter, take care of those things that you need to take care of, and go from there. And that's something to think about. It's something to prepare for, plan for, and make sure, because I'm telling you guys, and there's never enough. Exactly. I 100% agree with that, because when the time comes, and again, I repeat this all the time, I beat it like a dead horse. 93%, 93% of people are not prepared for a 2 week disaster. 93%. Okay. And so can I talk a little bit about ham radios? I can. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit, Trevor. I'll talk a little bit about that. But again, what that shit tells me is there are a lot of victims out there. A lot of victims. So you don't want to be one of those people, because what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? What is your game plan? They have none. None. So they're going to sit tight in their houses, and then when the food runs out, and then it's too dangerous to go outside because the gangs are roaming the streets. And I want you guys to think about something, and I've used this example in the past, and I really want you to think about this. Biker gangs, right? I mean, I ride motorcycle. I love riding. There's a lot of clubs out there, folks. A lot of clubs. Very tight knit clubs. They all work together. They hang out together. Some of those clubs are not mom and pop clubs. All right. When the time comes, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're going to come together. They're going to work together, and they're going to do whatever they want because there is no rule of law. And generally, being part of a 1% club, there is a certain expectation, okay, that goes along with that. And those are not the people that you want to mess with. All right. They're organized. They're already organized. They're organized now. All right. So when the time comes, they're going to do what they got to do to protect each other because they already got their brothers and sisters, right? They already got them. They don't have to worry about, oh my God, what should I do? Where am I going to go? Who am I going to go to? They already have their group together. You look at the gangs in the cities, it's the same thing, guys. They're going to get their territories. They're going to do what they got to do. And yeah, and a lot of them are former military, Okie Forge. Absolutely. That's one of the big reasons why they want to be in a motorcycle club. It is that brotherhood. They miss that because of being in the service. You know, I'm going to tell you what, me personally, I've been approached several times, and not by mom and pop clubs. Okay, they wanted me to be part of their different clubs, and I like the idea. And I'm not going to lie, I like the idea, but couple issues with me. All right, couple issues. Um, I don't like having to. You have to go here. You have to do this run. You have to do that run. I ride when I want to ride. Okay, and you know there is the expectations that go along with it. Being a nurse, I was not going to risk, my career in my job to be part of that. So that's a lot that went into that too. But I like the organization. Hey, Prep Rebel, if you're having problems, sign out and sign back in. Okay. No, I'm going to tell you what. Freehawk says don't cross them though. No, I'm going to tell you. I've partied with a lot of these guys. I've partied with Hell's Angels. I've partied with the Road Vultures. Odin's Horde. All kinds of different clubs. Been to their clubhouses, and as long as you're respectful, and as long as you don't act like a jerk, you're not going to have a problem. And that's the reality of it. It's just about you respect what they're about. You don't act like a jerk. You don't ask stupid questions, and you're going to be fine. I've never felt uncomfortable in those type of situations ever. I never have. But again, so when I talk about groups, and you guys know I have a group. I have a group down here. I got a group of folks that come down once a month. Our group is growing. Jen, I'll show you the shirt one more time. I picked this up at the state fair 2 years ago. Okay. And I saw this shirt and I said, yep, that is a me shirt. So, but yeah, it's, like I said, the reason that we have a group is because we want to have the right type of people, like-minded people that plan on working together and stuff like that. Some of the guys out there, Joe from St. Bernard Acres is a great example. Not trying to throw Joe under the bus, but he's been on my channel and he has said he doesn't have a group. He don't believe in having a group and blah 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 blah. Great, that's fine. That's his choice. If he has friends and family that are coming together, fantastic. And I wish him the best of luck. And I know that he's farther out where his St. Bernard Acres are. And at some point this year, I do plan on going and checking that out and going and visit him there. And but again, to me, if I can get together with like-minded people, we have the same mindset, we have the same goals, visions, and plans. That to me is and again, I love ex-military people. because we have a different mindset. We just do. Anybody that's never been in the military, you could never understand. You could never understand. But anybody that's been in the military, they get it when I say that. Love having ex-military guys. I don't have a problem with having cops. Somebody had asked me that too. I don't have a problem with that as long as they're cool and don't come in here with a chip on their shoulder. And you know, there's good cops and there's bad cops, folks, just like any other profession out there. And so that's what I like. When a troll disappears, it just means his mom changed the Wi-Fi password until his chores are done. Oh my God, that's hilarious, hilarious. So yeah, I like that. But no, again, taking care of your family is so important, and you know, putting yourself in a situation where you give yourself the best advantage. That's why I don't get why more people haven't grouped up. Because I'm going to tell you, as I've said many, many times, you can't stay up 24 hours a day. You can't do everything that you need to do and keep your family safe. You have to have people that you can rely on so that when you put your head down and you go to sleep, that you are going to be safe. You know, yeah, a lot of police are ex-military as well. Some, yeah, it does happen that way. Yep. You know, but it is, you know, putting yourself again. What people don't understand, and I've kind of talked about this a little bit. This is all a game, folks. It's all a game. And when I play a game, I don't care what game it is, I play to win. And people can say whatever they want to say, they can do whatever they want to do, and that's perfectly fine. When the time comes and things go sideways, I'm going to tell you what, the people that I have in my group so far that are here and coming on a regular basis and doing their thing, and we have a really, really, really good group of people. Same values. Some people are religious, some people are not, and that's fine too. You know, we have different races in the group. That's fine too. It's not, there is no, um, there is no, well, we're not accepting them because of their sexuality. Okay. We're not accepting them because of the wrong color. Oh, we're not accepting them because they're the wrong religion. I practice what I preach. I like people. Okay. If you're cool with me, I'm going to be cool with you. If you are a jerk off, I don't care what color you are. I want nothing to do with you. I don't have the time or the energy to waste with people like that. Um, like I said, we have a really good group of people. I have people that we've developed relationships, obviously, as they're being part of the group. And, it's a strong bond. It is a strong bond. And, we joke and we laugh. You think, okay, everybody comes down and we get work done and it's all work and no fun. We laugh the whole time. We're having a good time. We're busting chops. At the end of the day, we sit around the fire, we eat, whatever, drink a couple of beers. If anybody drinks, some people don't. And that's fine as well. Yeah, Mark said Ed beats us. Only when you're bad, Mark, when you don't listen. It's the only time you get beaten. It's just, people are so silly. They really, really are so silly. And again, I think, yeah, Sandy's Adventure, I don't drink. Yeah, not much. Not much. I seem to recall, Sandra. I seem to recall a time or two. I don't know. Anyway, no, like I said, we got really, really good folks that are part of this group, and I'm really excited in the direction we're going. I'm excited to see what we can get accomplished this year. And yeah, stumbles, Mark says, exactly. Uh, no, Sandra does not have a bucket like Jen's. No, I have rain and snow headed your way. Yeah, we got the rain. The rain's already here. So, Angela Fleming said, "I hate being homo hungover. I'd rather smoke instead." Well, that's hey, like I said, that's fine. Um, Ed, what razors do you stockpile? I need some to shave my head every day. Yeah, I actually the razors that I used, I bought a bunch of them years and years ago, and I got them at the dollar store, and it was like a 3 pack of these razors, and they're the best razors that I've ever used on my head. I could one razor, it's like 4 bladed razors, uh, and they'll last me 10 days, shaving my face and my head. And I have a heavy beard. My hair on my head is heavy as well. So I used to get like the regular razors, and it was like so expensive, and it was crazy. But yeah, it was. That's what I've been using. So we're gonna talk about ham radios in a second because I did say I would talk about ham radios, but before we yeah Gillette. That's what I used to get before was Gillette. I mean, I got these cheapy razors for $1 for a 3 pack, and so when they were in stock, what I did, I went into 2 different dollar stores at the time, and I bought 150 packs, and I'm still using them right now. And that okay, I'll tell you how long ago it was. I was still with my ex-wife, so that tells you how long ago it was. Yeah, and I'm still using them. Getting lower, trying to figure out what I'm going to do for an alternative when I'm out. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm good for a while. So, how long does rice last? Indefinitely, neighbor Bob, if stored correctly. White rice lasts indefinitely. Brown rice does not. Brown rice has oils in it, and so not a good thing. All right, so let's do this real quick before I got to stop answering questions. All right, egg count. How many eggs today? Yes or no for thick neck? So let's do it now. Give you guys a moment to get your guesses out there. All right, give you guys a moment. We actually had some right guesses, which I'm really surprised. I'll be honest with you. Uh, if you had the same guess, and it's first person I saw that had the right guess was Kenneth Cassida. I hope I said your last name correctly. No, wait, no. Wait a minute. You changed it, Kenneth, because the first time you said 9 and yes, and now you've changed it and said 9 and no. When you put 9 and yes, that was the correct guess. Okay, so 9 and yes is the correct answer. So they really put out today. Thick neck laid. Becky was like all excited, and she was like, "Oh my God!" There was somebody else that had 9 and yes too. Let me go back up here. So because Kenneth changed his answer, so I can't really give him credit because he changed it. All right, Mike McDowell, McConnell, Mike McConnell. He also had 9 and yes. So I saw the two. So since Kenneth changed his answer, Mike is the winner tonight. So congratulations, Mike. You've won absolutely nothing. I still got to get with Ron Foster about the book codes. I just haven't done it yet, and I apologize for that. I have other things going on, and so I've been a bit busy. But so anyway, yeah. So they really did well. Nine, and again, it's March, so I'm because Becky asked me. She goes, "What's the best that you ever did with the chickens?" I said, 15 eggs out of 15 chickens. That was the best, So Dawn Hill says mine are laying 10 a day and have the entire winter. Where are you located, Dawn? Where are you located? Because that makes a difference too. Dawn's Northern Michigan. Do you use a heat lamp or the light in there for the chickens, Dawn? That would be because that's what a lot of people do to make sure their production stays up. See, I look at it like this: whatever natural cycle that the chickens are on, if they need that break, um, are you going to eat your oatmeal? Yeah. When I get in the mood for it, I'll eat it. Only got like 4 packs in there left, and I eat 2 packs at a time. So, but I just bought rice from Walmart, and it had weevils in it. Wow. So here's a little tip for everybody as far as the rice goes. Okay, if you're gonna get rice, once you store it, you want to put it in a glass jar, however you want to store it. Put bay leaves in there with the rice. Get some bay leaves. Put the bay leaves in the rice when you store it. That keeps the bugs away. They don't like the bay leaves. So just one quick tip there. So, but buying it with the weevils in it, not a good thing. No, definitely not a good thing. All right, so I did get asked earlier, and I said I would bring this up, talking about ham radios. All right, I think ham radios are really, really important because if the powers that be decide tomorrow, they did it overseas. They've already done it overseas. Okay, if you're paying attention, kill the communications, right? So you flip the switch, boom, done. No more internet, no more phone calls, none of that type of stuff. So how would you communicate? How would you find out what is going on? CBs, ham radios are your pretty much your only option. CB is only going to have so far of a distance that it can travel, but a ham radio, you can basically talk to anybody around the world. Now, should you get your ham radio operator's license? That is debatable. I have the book. I have never taken the class. All right. But my perspective is this: I have a ham radio. Okay. When push comes to shove, I'm not going to be on there talking, I'm not telling people, hey, yeah, here we are, come here, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm going to be listening. That's what I want that ham radio for. Listen to the chatter, find out what's going on, use that information. We have plenty of walkie talkies. Those are a good thing to have as well. You know, we use our Bofangs in Ottawa without license on program channel. Yeah, there is certain channels that you can go on without a license. You just have to know what those are. The only problem that I have with being a licensed ham operator, okay, the only problem that I have with that is you have to get your permission from the government. You have to take your test, you get your permission from the government, and then they know you have a ham radio. You know what I mean? So to me, I should you get your license, and that's an individual call. I'm not going to tell you should. I'm not going to tell you shouldn't. I would never do that. That has to be something that you have to make that decision for yourself. What I'm going to use my ham radio for, again, in that emergency situation, is to get information. Because if you are broadcasting and you're out there, they will ping you. Exactly, JJ. I was just going to say that. If you're out there and you're talking and you're putting yourself out there, they can find out where you are. And so, yeah, so that's my take on it. Um, I want it to be to listen, to find out what's going on, and go from there. And so that I think, is it a good thing to have? Absolutely, yes. Bofang is a cheap one. Yes, it is. And Jennifer Reasoner says, "What is swatting?" Ah, okay, Jennifer. I'll tell you what swatting is. I actually know exactly what swatting is because I was swatted several years ago. What swatting is, I was doing a live stream on a Sunday. Thank goodness that particular Sunday, Heather had a dentist appointment with her mother on the Monday. So both of the kids stayed an extra day with their mother. And I'm very grateful to this day that that happened that way. These idiots go on and they call the police. They say that they are you while you're doing your live stream, right? They say that they are you. They tell the police that well, in my case, they said that I killed my wife. I had a hostage tied up in the bathroom, and that when the police came to my house, I was going to kill the police. That's what they did to me. All right. So near the end of that live stream, my phone starts blowing up. It starts blowing up. And I'm like, and it was unlisted, right? And I'm like, I ain't answering that. I'm doing my live stream. Everybody knows I'm doing my live stream. They kept calling over and over and over and over again. So I said to everybody, listen, I'm going to end the live stream, find out who this is that's calling. So I'm like, okay. Now, in New York, the property is on a dead-end dirt road, okay? No lights, no nothing. So dead-end dirt road. What ended up happening was I answered the phone, and this guy says, this is 911 operator. You need to come out of your house with your hands in the air. The police are out in front of your house. And I'm like, what? So this is before the greenhouse was in, folks, okay? And so I went to my kitchen window, and I looked out my kitchen window, and there was no police in front of my house, right? So I said to this person on the phone, I said, listen, and I'll never forget this. I didn't even swear at him. I was like, listen, I don't have time for your games. Go play your games with somebody else. And I hung up on him. Okay. So called a friend. I'm talking to a friend of mine. Phone starts blowing up again, blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. And I'm like, these people just don't quit. I'm like, this is ridiculous, right? And so I said, well, they left me a message. I said, let me get off of here and listen to this message. He said, okay. I said, I'll call you back. He's like, all right. Listen to the message, and it says, this really is 911. If you call back to 911, I'll answer the phone. Now I'm freaking out. So I call 911. Sure enough, I recognize the voice of the guy on the phone. Again, same mantra. Come out of your house with your hands in the air, blah, blah. I'm like, whoa. I go, wait a minute. I go, what in the hell is going on? And he said to me, he said, well, since your voice is different from the one that called, I'm going to tell you. And he told me, and I said, okay, well, hold on a second. I said, I'm a YouTuber. I was doing a live stream. So we quickly surmised I was being swatted. So what they want to do with being swatted is they want to have the cops come rushing in while you're doing your live streams, guns drawn, possibly get you killed, right? That type of stuff. So like if, okay, an example would be, right? I'll give you an example. If somebody come charging through that door right now while I'm doing my live stream, I have a gun right here. And if somebody came in here, I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want. I'm going to take care of my business. Now, don't make me a tough guy. I'm not saying I'm a tough guy, but it's like, that's what you have to do, okay? So, if somebody's breaking into your house, you don't know what the deal is. So anyway, we figured out really quickly that I was being swatted, that I was the victim, not this horrible person who they thought. And so the 911 operator said to me, he goes, well, they still have to come down. You still have to come out of the house. And I said, okay. I said, I'm going to come out of the house. Please let them know I have a phone in one hand talking to you, and in the other hand, I have a flashlight. And they're like, okay. So the cops came down the road, and I'm going to tell you why they didn't before this, okay? I'm going to explain everything. So the cops came down the road. There was two state troopers, two Monroe County sheriffs. Or no, I'm sorry, Livingston County sheriffs, all right? And so full tactical, AR-15, the whole 9 yards. He comes down. Now, they never put me in handcuffs because they figured it out, like I said, what was going on. They said, well, we have to look through the house and clear the house. I said, go ahead, man. There ain't nobody here. So, they went through the house. They looked, through the different, they looked in the camper. They looked in the shop, the whole 9 yards. And one of the things that I will never forget from that, and I'll always take away from that situation, actually, a couple things. When initially that first person called and hung up on me, I said, is somebody outside screwing with me? And I almost took my shotgun and went outside, all right, to see if somebody was out there playing games. Now, think about what would have happened if I had walked out of that house with a shotgun and those cops were there. They'd have killed me, deader than a doornail, no questions asked, and then afterwards found out that I was an innocent victim. But then it's too late because you're still dead. Okay. Second thing I remember from that incident, the officer told me, the one said, he goes, before I got this call, he said, I called my wife and I said, I might not come home tonight. Because what you have to understand is if somebody's already killed somebody, right? And they have a hostage tied up in the bathroom, like this person claimed, in for a penny, in for a pound, and you have already threatened to kill the police. So, what do you think their mindset is coming into that situation? You know, terrible, terrible situation to be in for anybody. And, you know, they, they said the reason that they didn't come down the road and they stayed out on the main road is they felt that they might get ambushed. And that's why they were as cautious as they were in the phone calls and all that type of stuff. So, no, they never tracked down the caller, Randy Romines, never got him. They told me that that was a chat room. There was a person monitoring a chat room in New York City, and whoever made the call used a Tor program, which scrambles the IP address, so they can't track it down where this person is. These people know what they're doing, and it's a game. They're kids. They're 19, 20-year-old kids. I am actually on a website somewhere because somebody sent it to me. Prepper Nurse 1, swatted, the date, blah, 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 blah. Big joke, big game. But that's what happens, folks. And they usually do it to gamers, when they're playing Call of Duty or whatever and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the police. As you guys know, I've had my problems with the police. But that's an instance where they showed a ton of restraint. And I think they did a fantastic job. I had people at the time going, well, I would have let him into my house. You're not in that situation. You don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know. But it's just they're trying to get you killed is what they're trying to do. Realistically, they're trying to get you killed, and it's a terrible thing. Shouldn't happen. I hope there was somebody that actually was killed in a swatting incident, and the person they ended up catching them, and that person ended up going to prison. And good, that's where they belong. So yeah, swatting is no game. It's no joke. Not a good thing. Hey JJ, don't get pushy. Don't get pushy. I'm talking here. But yeah, it was a very bad situation, and so yeah, it was not a good day, not a good day. So let me get all right. So the boss has just told me that I need to start doing shout outs. So we gotta do shout outs. So all right. So first of all, we have Icky Can up in Canada. Wait, what do we have? We have 558 in the chat, guys. 334 on the thumbs up. Again, please, let's shoot a thumbs up. Let's get that number up there. Let's see, what do we got? Let's shoot for 450. Let's see if we can get another 106 thumbs up, just for fun, because why not? So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. And I do appreciate that, and thank you very much. Also, just busting on yet about your. Well, you're fine, Freehawk. You're fine. That's no worries. Yeah, I'm working on these. I love these too. So I've been eating more of that lately. But anyway, if you haven't shot a thumbs up, please do so. Thank you for that. Also, make sure if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And I thank you for that reason as well. All right, so here we go. Icky Can up in Canada. He's the first shout out. Good guy. Please show him some support. I appreciate that. You have Angry Prepper, who is Jason down in New York City. Another really good guy. Jason's been here to the property. Actually, he'll be here this next week. Next weekend, we have our get together. Jason will be coming. I think he's actually coming down on Wednesday. So maybe Jason and I will do some live streams, together. We'll see. See if he wants to. If he doesn't, then that's cool too. But so anyway, good guy. You have Alaska Prepper, who is Rudy up in Alaska. Good dude as well. Definitely show him some support. You have Alaska Granny. There is Sean James with the Sean James channel and my Self-Reliance. 2 different channels. Great information. Building up in Canada, doing his thing, living off grid. Really, really good guy. And I like what he does up there. You have Demcad. I like them cat as well. Gives you a lot of good information, and that's what it should be. Just give the information and go from there. You have Corporal's Corner. There's Bjorn Hansen. You have 80K Man up in the Adirondacks, so definitely check him out as well. There's Bizariza Jizza, who does the Carrington Chronicles. Another good series. A lot of good information with that series. You have Marfugal News, Adam and Dax out on the West Coast. Good guys. Been on Adam's show about 3 times, I think, altogether. It's been a while now. I got to give them a call again. But they're good guys. Definitely worth showing them some support and go check out and tell them Prepper Nurse One sent you over. Let's see, where were we? We have Magic Prepper out in North Dakota. There is Wrangle Star, and that's Cody. A lot of good information with his channel. Red Poppy Ranch. You have Survival Lily. There is Kyle's Cabin up in Minnesota, up in cold Minnesota. So definitely check him out. Kyle and Sierra, nice young couple up there doing their thing. There is Bush Radical and Girl in the Hood, or Girl in the Hood, Girl in the Woods. Husband wife team, really good people. A lot of good information with them. They split their time between Michigan and Alaska. Let's see who we got next. We have Green Greg's. Love Green Greg. Somebody just said he lost his greenhouse with the high winds, so that's not good news to hear. Southern Prepper One with his Boots on the Ground series. A lot of good information there as well. A lot of information sharing around the country. There is where was I? Gray Man Prepping. You have Joe with St. Bernard Acres. There's Doug and Stacy, another great channel, a lot of good information on their channel. There is the Nomadic Movement down in Panama. Nice young couple down there doing their thing. You have the Green Dream Project out in Arizona, living in the desert, showing you how to survive in the desert. Really good stuff there. You have Camping with Steve Wallace. Again, good dude. Really, like what he does. And he does stealth camping. A lot of fun. Just a nice breakup of the monotony, right? There is Bush Doctor Survival. There is Monkey Works. You have the Needy Homesteader, another really good channel, a lot of good information, a lot of good cooking stuff and stuff like that she gives out. We have Boss of the Swamp. He has been around for a very, very long time, and a lot of good stuff on his channel. Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. I love Diamond. Straight shooter, says it like it is. I respect that. Always do. I like that when people just, and he's very, very smart on top of it. You have Patera with the Appalachian Homestead. There is City Prepper. You have Lumina Acres. Suspicious Observer. A lot of good information with there. You have Bear Independent. The Uneducated Economist. There is Bushcraft Bear, who splits his time. He was over in Germany. I don't know if he's still over there, but he is from the Canary Islands in La Palma. Let's see, where was I? Mary Greeley News. Mary Greeley gives you all the latest updates on earthquakes, the volcanic activity, what's going on that way. And I like what she does. You want to know about Yellowstone? She's got the information. Let's see, we have Adapt 2030. There is Malachi's Corner. There is Ice Age Farmer. If you're going to get your weather, there's only one guy to get your weather from, and that is Ryan Hall Y'all. Love Ryan Hall. Really down-to-earth guy. Very passionate about the weather. Gives back to the community big time. All right, so definitely check him out as well. Let's see. There's Russell Brand. I like Russell Brand. Russell Brand is a straight shooter. He gives you the information and lets you decide what you want to do with it. Let's see, where were we? Deep South Homestead, another fantastic channel. You have The Outsider, The Fit Farmer. There is Prep Rebel, I'm sorry. Simple Life Reclaimed. We have Townsend's. There is The Prepared Mind, formerly of California. Pinball Preparedness, who is in Tennessee. Really, really good channel there. East Tennessee Preparedness. You have the Economic Ninja. And last but not least, Little House Off Gritty. A lot of good channels out there, a lot of good information. I think we should be keeping an open mind and look at different things. A lot of you have other channels that you like as well, and that's great. I can only say so many. So I try to keep it to a minimum But I do think that we should be supporting each other. I think that that is important. What are we at? 396. So 450 is the goal, guys. We got about 10, 11 minutes left in the stream. So let's see if we can hit that 450 mark with a thumbs up. We still have 406 in the chat. And I thank you ahead of time. And it really does make a huge, huge difference with the algorithms. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And I thank you ahead of time for that. All right, so where are we at here? Okay, let's do this right now. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. We're a huge network of people. Where is everybody from tonight? Rudy is taking a sabbatical this month for some family time. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, Diane. Montreal, Quebec, Canada with Daniel. Franklin County, Ohio. Waterloo, New York with Sharon. We have Connecticut, Central Iowa with Robert. Dayton, Ohio with Rhonda. Inverness, Florida with Clyde in the house. Nowhere, Oklahoma with Okie Forge. Leesburg, Florida. Southeast Michigan, BC, Canada with Emil. Let's see, Central Valley, California with Shelly. Balduck, Minnesota, I believe. I may have missaid that. Bemstead, Florida. Fort Worth, Texas with Sonia. We have Idaho's in the house. New Mexico with Nate. Let's see. Northern Upper West Michigan. The UP of Michigan. Very nice. Greenlee County, Arizona. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Campbell, Missouri. Omaha, Nebraska. Southwest Pennsylvania. Northern Maryland with Cheryl. We got Wyoming in the house. Very nice. Tucson, Arizona. We have Charleston, West Virginia with Brian. Madison, Minnesota. Sydney, Australia with Danielle. Very nice. Glad you're here. Pataco, Idaho. I probably said that wrong, Janita, and I apologize. Northeastern Ontario. Very nice. We got Ed in Virginia. Detroit Motor City with Chris. We got Mississippi in the house. Central Missouri. South Georgia. Pennsylvania. Morning Light out of West Virginia as well. Madison, Minnesota. Columbus, Ohio with Julie. Auburn, California. Grand Canyon in Arizona with John. Been out there, love it, beautiful area. Let's see, Maryland family, very nice. Missouri in the Ozarks with Delbert. Tucson, Arizona with Angela. Charleston, West Virginia. Upstate South Carolina with Asiv. Still watching my group, Asiv. I'm going to keep hounding you. Carlise in the UK with Anne. West Central Ohio with Dale. We got Boston in the house with Paul. We have North Carolina. Very nice. Let's see. Yeah, Philip's not here tonight. I don't think he's generally here on Fridays. He's usually here on the Sundays. Always generally on the Sundays he's here. So. Oh, Sandra is in Georgia tonight. When are you heading back, Sandra? A lot of Ohio people. Yep, a lot of people from Ohio. That's for sure. So, what are we at? 416 on the thumbs up. So we need, another 34. 34 more thumbs up, guys. Let's keep them coming. Let's see if we can hit that 450 mark. We got Ma Bear from Oregon. Southwest Arkansas with Deb. Very cool. So the goal is 450, guys. 450 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get there. And I do appreciate that. Again, it does make a huge, huge difference with the algorithms. So I thank you for that reason as well. I have to sell the greenhouse. Looking to do that this weekend. I gotcha. Okay. Well, hopefully you get that taken care of. We got Roxanne from Oxford, Ohio. Roxanne! You don't have to turn on the red light. Sorry, couldn't help myself. I'm disturbed. It's not my fault. Springs, Arkansas with Richard. Mexico, Missouri with John. All right. So, anyway, guys, that's what we got going on. That's where we're at. But, let's just keep prepping, keep taking care of your business. Planning is important. Look at your family. And, my thing is, when I first got started in prepping, and, when Ed starts to sing it's bedtime. Yeah. But I about spit my tea out. Oh my God, that's too funny. Is anybody from Ohio expecting the fallout from the train derailment? I got to tell you guys this one. So I did a video earlier today about how the railroad met with the people, in East Palestine. And the last I checked, it only had 1,300 views. So let's talk about maybe shadow banning a little bit. By YouTube, possibly. Not sure. Could happen. Wouldn't surprise me because I'm surprised more people did not watch that video. So maybe people were not getting notified. I'm not sure. 100% censorship. Yeah, if they don't want certain information put out there, you never know. I'm not saying that they do it. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying that I find it interesting. The video that I put up earlier today only has 1,300 views. Like, really? I thought that was an interesting topic, to be honest with you. Shelly says, I think you're right. I didn't get notified. Yep. So, yep. Ann said, I seen it at. Okay. Well, you're one of the few, Ann. You're one of the few. So, but anyway, guys, again, just keep taking care of your business. Keep prepping. Keep getting ready. We have no idea what kind of time we got. And I want to make sure, and I'm going to keep reiterating over and over and over again how important it is. Prep Rebel Ed, I got unfollowed from you 4 times in a week. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, I definitely see what they do in the games that are played. I've been dealing with it for what, 8 months, at least 8 months. So yeah. Yep. But anyway, what are we at? 4:30. We need 20 more thumbs up, guys. Come on. You guys got 20 more thumbs up in there, I think. I hope. So again, let's get them thumbs up going. Uh, let's see if we can hit it just for fun. 20 more. That's all I need. Help a brother out. Give me what I need. Thumbs up are like crack to me, man. No, I gotta call them about that. Hey, Asif, whatever happened to your computer? I think the battery's dead. I did pick up another computer for now that I'm using, but I think that the battery's dead. And so I'm going to actually probably go out Monday, and there's a place that I can go to, and I'm hopefully can get a new battery, or maybe I'll order it online. That'd probably be the easiest way, right? Just have it sent to me. That's probably what I'll do. I'll do that. Why waste the gas me? So, but anyway, okay. So I want to thank my moderators, guys, who do an absolutely fantastic job. They do a great job keeping the chat clean, and I really appreciate the effort that they put in coming in here, being part of these streams. So, ladies and gentlemen that moderate for me, thank you very much for doing so. I do appreciate that, and and I want to thank all you guys for being in here and being part of this. Should I send you a new or old desktop? No, I'm fine, Prep Rebel. I went and picked out another laptop, and I got that. That's what I'm on tonight is the new laptop. But the storage on this one is crap. I'll be honest with you. So I definitely need to get my old laptop up and working again. So I just need the battery. I got to get a new battery. And so anyway, what do we? See, we at 451. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. We got past that. No problem. So anyway, guys, again, remember we truly are all in this together. Can Amazon find me? Yeah, they can find me. Um, but we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. If we can ever come together and we can work together and do the things that we need to do, we're going to be in much, much better place. We really, really will. We got to stop letting them divide us. We got to stop letting them play games with us, and that's part of the problem. Okay, if we can come together, there's nothing that we can't accomplish. Nothing that we can't accomplish. Also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really, really important. Then that bleh, that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Snowing in Dansville, good for them. They can keep it. Yeah, I guess Becky was saying they're supposed to get like 6 inches up there. So, yep. Anyway, guys, last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? Just keep doing what you can. Keep prepping. Keep getting ready. I'm going to say it over and over and over again. So I will see you guys the next time. Be safe and appreciate all the support. I really, truly do. We're up to 460 now. We got more than we wanted. Isn't that nice? Now I can be happy. I'm happy. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.